watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the sparks, raise the heart as I sun ray my heart for me the matriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks must we make, knowledge one is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's the saviors are fakes, marks must we make, knowledge one is when the run shower purify my ordeal, took copper for a walk to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some pros for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown sharp report and hill down the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman in jail, risen land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beach is still a beach. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that war them, destroys this de facto government and its quorums, established Big Boss house so she may restore him, the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge born is when in space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. Relax, note this self, quit playing, hit the gas, this shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grits in their cash. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo drunk menstrual shows, the land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry, liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X-Martial spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge one is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge one is with the run and bass drops. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow, the show fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I've blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. But chief, I'm still teaching you like he has yang. My healing reaching you despite me lock and chain. Like you speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You sound like me, the crown sprout, but unlike me, son, you haven't turned down loud. A smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your sound. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profuse. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, and who I'm well pleased. Okay, shall we? Your vision is resplendent, my descendant. When filming your intuition extends, the lenses felt when your Cinematographic flashes of your scripted class. Get your inner magic, dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects. Faster surpasses the average glass, stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak QC classic. The question you have is mathematics. Please ask it, son. Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up. At last, boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life. My wife, just a romance, in the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's that said you knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. You ventilate truthfully, you my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now, Samuel, I am here. Found for sure that the signal is a scramble or be programmable. From a little cub to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, don't love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The Most High sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the Black Hawk's talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past since instead. Let's create an after we've cried relapses type of atmosphere. Redirect that fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. As sovereign, opulent, autocratus, Nietzsche's. I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see you, my beloved. You scintillate profuse, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. You ventilate truthfully, you my beloved. Sons in whom I'm well pleased. The human heart cries out for help. Your human soul implores us for deliverance. But we do not hear their cries, for we neither hear nor understand. But the man who hears and understands we call crazy and flee from him. Just a call to my ancestors. Rid the land of damn settlers. Turn our signs to hand gestures. Whether we feeling the man's pressure. Some store each clan better. Plant and the devil to stand the weather. It's a must we band together. Put that on Abraham and Esther. From Castilians to conquistadors. Liberians and traitorous Moors. Didn't arrive as friends to us, whether as slavers, invaders, or disguised traders, missionaries, Islamic Christians with dictionaries. No mutual goal to coexist. Those warships in our tributaries. Military tactics to test shores. Foreigners have no respect for. Treaties and oath I expect more from those who want to conquest except war. They didn't bring women during the invasions. The minds were on rape, miscegenations, the spread of mis and disinformation, which manufactured the miseducation of the soul. Carter G. Wilson, Robert Taylor Holmes, Marcia and Brooklyn, projects and hoods where we were pushed in Cali to Florida. Early cushions like the terrorists, never-ending shipment of American Indians from Belize to the Caribbean. Years I shot the sheriff meaning. Shut my field can be read, no book. Flows in my veins were prepared with no hook. Behind the back pass with flair, no look. It's beef, it's rare, get fed, no cook. We're peaceful people, they call us animals. Truth of the matter, they were cannibals. Practice unclean religious rites. Evidence tangible, check the handles. Operate heat, this beast flammable. Feel free to critique this canonical. If your brain's deeply maniple, release or get treated damnable. You speak Hannibal, I talk Black Hawk. Fighting the line, now the chief's back with bulk. That's big muscle drip up to tussle with Uncle Sam, Big Brother and his clique. I put that on Abraham and Esther. So much we band together. Blend in the devil to stand the weather. Sound strong, each clan better. Whether we feeling the man's pressure. Turn our signs to hand gestures. Rid the land of damn settlers. This is a call to my ancestors. Yeah. I'm in my own zone, within my own home. I'm in my own throne, my own skin, no clone. On long going in for the wind, ozone, 10 toes strong, closed doors are opening, siphoning my own tone, microphoning my own song, on my own right and my own wrong. My own masters, have my own master, in debt to my own loan. I'm in my own zone, within my own home. I'm in my own throne, My own skin, no clone. I'm in my own zone, from the hip to the thigh bone, from the lip to the microphone. I'm like a disciple stone, yet much larger than this fleshly vessel, more like an architectural lecture with its trestle board. Polished and tougher, I embrace the struggle. Broke free from the dome, I escaped the bubble. They say trust your signs, but somebody's lying. Try my patience, I'm aligned with Mother Nature, finds these agents at its dying matrix. I'm in my own zone, within my own home. I'm in my own throne, my own skin, no clone. Since 1970, there I was born. Robert Taylor's 92nd actions, Buckingham to one. First sister clever homage school, then fellowship Christian Academy. This before I went public, still stuck with self adamantly. Spark from the infinite. See the sun, I'm equivalent.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So if only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. It's time for change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'm like your mouth, execution's down. Too late when apologetic claim. You rap that a coke up blame by God, it's overdue and your time is in the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the letter with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled on. With suppressors attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protected service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill this. Don't take any kind of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who have it to withstand. O'Neill's too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe in GC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' let them out, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stops.
Look at that's the band life. Hey, millennial. Hey, Carrie. Hey. Yo, Bondavel. What's up, Omac? What's going on? Hey. Greetings. Deuce, Duck, Deuce, what's happening? They will see where they. Come on in, speak up. It's all right. Any and everyone. I created a dance for that song and also for Angel's Language for ToLU'S. I ain't doing it right now. I gotta perfect it. I didn't create it. Let's see. I remember we took the WAP and the Charlie Brown, and y'all would be surprised what dance I created. And that was me and about 4 other guys out of Newark, New Jersey. And everybody's doing it. They're doing it in drill. I'm not even gonna say what dance it is. Yes, we took old dance because we used to be around grandparents, great grand. They camel walk and they Charlie Brown from you know, the 60s time and 70s. And we took and made a dance because we were breakdancing, up rocking and stuff like that, you know, slaying and all that. And we used to do that, you know, ghost walking when we popping, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? With the tut and the flow and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Anyway, how y'all doing today? I want to make sure I'm shouting everybody out. Grand Rising and Ascension, magnificent, beautiful ones. How are y'all? Let me pull this up. Whew, face is itching a little bit. As you see, I have a picture of this Safola. All right, and Safola, Mosalet. I've looked at several pictures, and I can convene because a friend of mine in Florida hit me up and says, no, he's a real individual. Supposedly he's really killed. But besides him, he's the third out of many. And we're not going to get into the journalists because remember I stated that they want these fake Jews. They want them to be killed. They want them to be destroyed. That way they could sacrament their ideology. These people are very ignorant. When you live based on a religious doctrine, of an ideology that paints a face and a color with a certain kind of, it's not hair texture or anything like that, but a certain je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean? And you have them steeped in everything that goes against those individuals. Yaakov, Israel. There's only one Israel, not a place. It said, I will make you, I will make many nations of you, right? The 12 tribes. 10 dispersed, 2, and they try to hold on to that. They can never be the 2 tribes, never. Regardless of the bloodline that may be on many of them. Because it's based on identity theft. As you know, we have a lot of people over here jumping up and down talking about, oh, you know, they're colonizing. And a lot of them, 60 to 70% are American Jews, converts that went over there and they, you know, people over here, they wouldn't raise a finger at you, wouldn't say nothing, but they take out M4 and everything else. And, you know, they're willing to kill and, you know, murder or whatever. Now, I don't know how correct it is. You got to look it up. Well, they target, if they're targeting babies, headshots, blowing them up, what makes you think you, in regards to who you are, I mean, you got to remember, why would Britain allow this to be with this fake ass government of America while they're killing British officers and civilians, blowing up buildings, targeting the USS Liberty? That's just a couple out of thousands. They brought down the Trade Center, Mossad, right? New trainees. And they do this like it's their backyard because the ideology of a colonizer's mind, if you take red and black ants and you put them in a jar and there's nothing wrong, you stare them around, boy, they go at it, right? But now you introduce some of the golden fighting ants, the big head, which you call it, and the other ones, I forget how big they are. Which one will be left? So why is it then talking about all different ants? Because there's many variations being put in the jar and see if you even got to stir it. Because a lot of times what they're doing is they're stirring a pot because they see y'all as two different ideologies, and it's based on what they've done. There are those of us who know that there's a multitude, all right? And then that multitude, there's no real definitive definition of identity. That's a made-up concept to create this fraction. But to target and beat someone to death who is an American by other Americans running around plagiarizing an identity in a perversion, where's the end? Where's the end? So why am I talking about? Because, you know, I don't like following thing. I like to see y'all ascend. I would like to see y'all. Don't think ascend is outside. Don't think ascend is, boom, I go up and I'm Superman with a cape and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm leaping over tall buildings, 6 pounds faster than the speed, you know, boy, and, you know, I mean, able to stop, you know, local, you know, all that, whatever the freaking frack with that super crap. But that's not what I'm talking about. If we allow this to consume us, do you know what it does? I say we because I don't want to remove myself. We had crazy rain. I stepped in my truck for about 5 hours. I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. I got tools in the back seat, firearms and stuff that I have to get out and put up, and because you know I'm always working on stuff and doing a lot of work out here. But I went in there and laid down, and I was like, I didn't even want to do it. I was like, I need to get out here, do this live. I need to expatriate some of the things within me. Because I do that in the AM, I always allow myself to be at the most, I guess you always say, angered. And there's no reason. I do it to remove those things. I get up and I'll say all kind of crap, and all kind of stuff, because it's important to disperse that, so that way you can bring in what it is you find of value and what's beneficial. It's a tactic. Some will call it some other things, but I also know this. I was sitting here thinking about how would I put it together in a way that would, not to convince you, but in a way that you would be able to, and subtly, take it in and say, oh, I never looked at that. And I was sitting here saying, wow, they gave you the vision of destroying thousands and hundreds of thousands of chickens, cows, dairy farms, goats, llamas, ostriches. See, y'all don't know about that. Y'all need to go and look at Australia and all the other places. They did this, and the media is covering it up. Now it's coming out. Killing the bees off, killing all the female trees, poisoning the people. What's mind-boggling, and I don't think anybody's seeing it, those insidious parasites within organizations, police departments, and I have a friend of mine who's a police officer. He's active. He's getting ready to retire. It's a big talk. I can't see what his rank is. And he says, oh yeah, there are things going around. There are people being selected. There are people being positioned, and they're not who you think they are. That's all he said to me. And I says, no, I know what you mean. Because they don't go by the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or anything. And they have a pass, a green light to murder. And those worthless, look at the 18-year-old that was beat up in Carolina. That's why I watch my brother Taylor House, you know what I'm saying? Because he's really involved. And I have a lot of family there. Not too long ago, they murdered a branch. It couldn't have been me there, because I'd have been in the woods hunting them down. All right? Because see, I know what's going on, but I'm that emotional, so I probably wouldn't have done it. There's no need for me to do it, because I know how it ends. So I don't mind them parlaying and doing the dumb stuff they do. They're too stupid to come over here, and the people who's watching aren't going to tell them, but it's going to affect them people who are watching too. It doesn't matter what they think. If they're willing to sacrifice, they've been tradition, they've allowed themselves to be manipulated, and it don't matter. It only matters to those people that reciprocated based on the fact that they function in it, to which matters not to me. But they beat that man down for nothing. And then you have this fake judiciary and JOC, the DOC and all these other frauds. And he's worthless, like that fake black mayor over there in Carolina. Why is he allowed to even move? See, y'all let these titles convince and rule over you. Titles. Frauds. Y'all can't come together based on titles. Frauds. Tell me it's not a fraud if you're not existing in your true caliber, the truth of who you are. The righteous endeavors that we always put forth. And you can hear the anguish and the angst and the which gonna come out. And they want that to manifest itself because they know that the police, the military, nobody can stop it. They know once it reaches pinnacle, the enemy who knows everything, knows that none of these idiots and all they tactical red dots and this, that, and none of them can stop it. And there's no one to watch when they're running in fear and their eyes are wide open and they can't figure out why that's going on when it's too late. They are moved around with the video I have of the two people, the pasty dude and female cutting the railroad tracks to where the train derailed. Somebody actually recorded them. And nothing was ever done or said by this worthless government, this fraud, or the people in local. You can see their faces. Whether it's a mask or not matters not. You have colonizers right here. Now they lived here a few generations, not all. As I stated, many of these idiots are first and second generation, if born at all. Some people came here when they were young. I know a bunch of them from the military. But yet, when you look at everything they destroyed, you look at how they're slowly poisoning everything, and then this great rain. And people say, well, there's no chemtrails. You need to look at the patents, all the patents for aerosol spray. There are more than you can count. Baby girl Slaughter, needs with the ankle still jacked up a little bit. It's too many. I already knew that. That's why she took to the task. Whenever I say something, there's people who go research it and they're going, and it's dumbfounding. It's like, holy smack. They don't have to spray directly over you. They can spray over the ocean and they can create, electric go up, boom, 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 from the grids, dispersal, to which I watched it yesterday before the rain came in, how quick it did. I saw it's just when you know. And I watched how the wind blew in a different direction. And I was like, that's California, that's the water. Why is the wind blowing from there when it always blows from over this way? To see what y'all don't know is that's their fake north, which is south, and that's their fake south, which is north. All right. For those who like to get caught up in that north, south, east, west stuff, right? That's California right there. And then Jersey, New York on that direction, right? So that'd be considered the west and the east, right? Well, it's actually the opposite, the east and the west. This is the east. The wind blew from there, never does. It rolled in like holy smack. And I'm sitting there saying, you got to be kidding me. Even if I was in Page up this way, right? Or on Capitol, Red Lake, Tuba City, it don't matter. I always know which way the wind roams. But someone said, well, that's where the water's at. When you got a high and a low, right? And then you got this vortex, how it disperses based on heat, elevation, and all these other things. For those who get into meteorology, you got to look at it. It just doesn't work that way. So anyway, not to get into a long explanation, they can blow it in. It can come in with the rain and the pellets. How many of y'all collect rain and then put it on a petri dish under a microscope? How many of y'all do that? None of you. You don't even know what you'd be looking for because you never looked at a test subject. You never looked at rainwater without all the dispersion and all the chemical and stuff. So what would you see? But if it's supposed to be water by H2O, whatever they want to call it, there shouldn't be no foreign matters. Now, how many of you have a chemical chart that says this is that chemical, this is what it looks like when it's wet, or this is what it looks like, and be able to identify it under the microscope? Well, they have stronger ones than them. Anyway, nobody does it. I'm used to, I guess it could be 2 below zero, and I go to the porta potty and dig a hole to use the bathroom with a t-shirt and a sweatshirt and sweatpants on and don't get sick. Come out this AM and I'm sitting here after sleeping in my car with circling air, no chemicals or nothing. The rain hit my neck and my arm, right? And I'm like, all right, I feel a little something, but I don't give into it. I say, well, it is what it is, because I write it off, right? And I continue to push forward. But what is it when you're so stagnated? You don't do none of these things because you don't have the knowledge to know. You allow things to invade you like colonists. Just like what's happening over there and the people being subjugated and murdered. To think that you have a so-called government for the people, by the people, of the people, for the people, that do everything outside and against it because it's incorporated. What makes you think that with the agenda and them nullifying you, that they're going to listen to you when they have goofies running around, not really having a deeper understanding that they are to be persecuted as well? It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter. It's unimportant. Whether conditioned, the proper people put in place, who can be removed, who knows where to run if need be, when y'all don't know where to run at all. Y'all don't get how important this agenda in the second phase is. Well, Charles Schwab shut down and he stated, let the second phase begin. It is abundant that y'all need to start moving in a way that is more rational to your survival. if you love your physiology so much, but you are not doing nothing because you're still listening to people seeking their fake Jesus. There were a plethora of Emmanuels. Well, no one. While you're looking outside, waiting for the rapture, oh, we'll be captured up in race ships and this, that, and Yakub and all this other goofy stuff. I'm not being dismissive, but I'm pointing out something. While you seeking to go to heaven while self-perpetuating hell, Dante's Inferno, I always go to that, but a place of ugly gore, resentment, egos, arrogance, dismissiveness, gaslighting, capping, we'll throw that in there, and everything else, division and separation. Do you think moving in that phenom, that you are going to figure it out and get it together by talking and about these few things? That is another form based on Epstein. If you pay attention, that is just another way for them to keep your mind occupied with a lot of crap. Now, I put it up there to say, okay, if it's real, so be it. If it's not, whatever. One individual speaks for thousands or millions that have been murdered. Did y'all know how many have died from Ukraine? All the foreign fighters, Colombia, Cuba, Panama. No, I'm just pointing. America, Russia, Korea, the Chinese fighters over there. Have y'all really Indonesia, Papua New Guinea? How many people have died who are Aboriginal Australians from getting the jab? Y'all don't look at this because you don't see the big picture. And yet y'all still wade through the waters. I'm going to go and clock in for my slave job. She's not going to do anything with the fiat. You're just worried about paying the bills like this knucklehead, right? Without getting to the bottom. Because I'm going to talk about everybody that ain't doing something for the betterment of themselves. If they don't care about themselves, then why should I care about them? They don't care about their children. A lot of you don't care about your loved ones, male, wife, or husband. A lot of y'all don't know what it is to be serious. You lack responsibility. I'm not here to beat up. I'm pointing out things that are based on truth. A lot of people went through it. And then you say, well, what if people started to rise up and they fought back? Well, yeah, we have aircraft. We have people in the Air Force and all the militaries that would fight back. They know how tactically to take them out. They have people around. But they also have vehicles and crafts you don't know nothing about. But the will of life is to fight. Isn't that what they always said in Nova and all that kind of stuff? And, Illustrate all those different TV shows, the lion and the rhino or the hippo, the elephant, the gator, the croc, how they survive. The baboon, the orangutan, the monkey, the chimpanzee being hunted down by the silverback gorilla that eats it raw for protein every once in a while. I'm just saying. I am pointing out something that people don't know how to quantify and put together in a way to solidify something that's a soliloquy or another form of writing. Okay. How you doing, baby girl Slaughter? The ankle bit better be better. But that's all the defeatism, isn't it? Don't people move on defeatism and then lash up because they are defeated? It's self-defeatism. And some people are in positions and places that they shouldn't be. You look at a lot of these so-called black leaders. Why is it that people have forgotten that I said when you had those babies in the incubators and then they put them out to sell, the store cabbage patch ideology, they had melanated individuals that they would groom and raise up or be part of their diabolical bloodline, regardless of infusions or whatever manipulation, gene splicing, whatever magic or spell was put over them. And y'all can't see it because you're too busy wanting to make everybody like you. Instead of you being yourself, who you are, and to be an imprint, to be shoulder to shoulder and say, and walk. How can you walk in the beauty of everything when it's destruction and chaos and you participate and you reciprocate? Y'all think I do? Because of the way I talk? No, I talk about my life history. I talk about things that are supposed, ideas behind it. I didn't come here as a destroyer. I came here. I didn't want to. I said I remembered. I accepted who I was because it took me damn near 20 years to accept it as I was so-called maturing. I hate that word. So stupid. I didn't have the people that were supposed to inform me. They were doing their job, but not because they had to be safe. But a lot of them were gone. So those outside sources had to reach out. Edinburgh, Scotland, New York, some of the rich individuals. Germany, kill Germany specifically. Amsterdam, Holland, Chile. Can't say anywhere else because I don't want nothing to happen to those places. Iraq, Dubai, Singapore. Personal trip I took to Hong Kong, Malaysia, South America, wherever it was I went. There were individuals always waiting to talk to me. And there were people watching, a few I think. It didn't matter. The majority of you never had any guidance. None. You just moved in the world they gave you. An opposition of self. These things, because if the media was worth anything and they were talking about what was really going on, most of those idiots sitting there sipping wine and doing their coke and drugs, right? Sitting up and talking about, well, because see, they don't have no care and no pains in the world. They are jacked. All right, in the bathroom, popping their weed, getting their little synthetic adrenochrome and coming out. Once they shake it off, all half disheveled. But you guys, you're entertained, entered, and contained. They left. Vertigo. Twilight Zone. Don't touch that dial. Anywho. Here you are in the great America. And y'all still can't figure it out. Yo, Omac, appreciate the donation, beloved. I was going to call you this AM, but I had to go and make some mud pies. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I had to come over here and get ready to get the old, dude wipes out. So I had to, bro. I was like, there's so much. We hold on to things. Let's put it like this. We hold on to things. I didn't tell the story yet. We hold on to things and we make it credible because we feel like it's credible. No, your feelings are a lie. How is something that is part of chaos and I'm not talking about it all being, you being exemplary. I'm talking about, this great you. I'm talking because you haven't stepped into your truth for you. How do we allow this stuff to dismantle and recreate? I ain't talking about for your benefit. How do you? I remember a time when I was going to these classes, how to get a job. And when the individual starts looking a certain way, you already know what the answer is, but what do you do then? You stand up and you put your finger on the table and says, excuse me, sir, with no disrespect, I am qualified for this job. You see it there. And like anybody else, doesn't matter my education, what I've learned, where I've worked at before. In the military, we're taught to always say that we conform to whatever the job is and we can pick it up and we do it better than anybody around us. And you put your finger on it to see, that's what they be looking for. Now they might say, oh, you need to get out this office. And then you go down the street and sit at a bar and they got somebody to come up and says, you need to go to building 613, 3rd floor now. Well, I had that happen in New York. So you go and it's like, how you doing, Mr. Burns? We want to get away. We have this job proposition. You have what we need. And then they start to sell you a dream. See, me, I'm not stupid. That's all right. I'm out because I know what it was about, It's dandelion root. Good for your liver and kidneys, people. All I wanted to ever do was bring you all together, just like the corporations, just like certain jobs that want to hire you and fire you. Y'all saw the way the woman that worked at the hotel set up the breakfast thing, and the woman turned around and fired her for no good reason. She wasn't lazy. She wasn't sleeping on a job. She went in there and says, "You had me set this up and then wanted to fire me?" She went in there, tore that up. That's what everybody should do. Flatten the tires on them cars if you were the biggest seller, but they wanted to get rid of you to let somebody else up and the family come up. Flatten every damn tire on them cars in that lot. Make sure it's a $50,000 thing they got to pay. Do your little 1-2 months, whatever. They're making everybody false covenant, right? Giving people, they're locking people up. You see how many people innocent over the last 10 years have been released? Have you, what, 20, 40 years? You'll see how many innocent people, yet the police are able to live their little life because they say, oh, they're retired. They should be brought back, extradited, and dealt with accordingly. But you're dealing with a worthless ass Supreme Court. You're dealing with a fake ass system of fiduciaries, of fucking monkey judges. Now you got some good ones. Don't get it twisted. Whenever I speak, I'm talking about the bad ones. Here, we're fortunate. Of course, you got bad people everywhere. We got some pretty good damn police officers. They don't need all the chaos and the stupidity. So you just do the things you're supposed to do to stay within the byline. And if you're somebody who actually knows law and you study it, always be mindful. Most people are very irrationally, emotionally unstable. People have a perception based on an idea given to them by design from their childhood all the way up, and they move cordially through that. Well, everybody else is just gritting their teeth and waiting for the moment they explode. The Zionists knew what they were doing. I'm saying that. I'm not saying that's what they all are. Probably new names or whatever. If you find out what I say, put it, drop it in the comment section. Yet they know this. They are good at what they're doing, while the rest of you are not good at all at what you do because you're poor choice makers. My Betty Boop, melanated. He, she, pronoun. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not none of that shit. I'm some comedy, man. I need to get back on stage and write some deep, dark, damn satirical comedy. And I've been writing on some stuff, but I don't think it's good enough. Slap in the face to the disrespecting the Rainbow Crew. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, because I actually have friends who are gay who say, you need to do comedy and talk some stuff about us. It's about us. So I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I ain't trying to be Dave Chappelle all out. Dave Chappelle punked ass song by he hate guns. First of all, that fake Muslim worthless nigga ain't nothing, but he ain't even who he was. How the hell you leave for a year and come back like you on damn Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lee Haney juice? Anywho, I have no respect for none of this stuff because it enters and contains you. You allow outside things to influence you because that's the merger of your livelihood. It's a merger, whether you made it or not, you know? Don't be the filament that burns bright in their glass. Let me say it again. Don't be the filament that burns bright in their glass. Did y'all comprehend what I stated without saying it? Don't be the faucet that pours the poison to kill the goldfish in the bowl. Again, don't be the faucet that pours the poison that kills the fish in the bowl. Your babies in the bowl of life, you allow the poison to flip through and to sacrament another death deal. Some things that when I say what I say, it only means here. No, it means many things. It means those things that are hidden from you. It means those things that have them believing otherwise, have hijacked or whatever it is. I don't care whether they want to accept it, they can't calculate it, they can, or they believe otherwise, or they want to push through to see if the bell can be lifted so they can get that one fight on. No. You think the creative creation, the Most High, if you want to call it that, in the crown, do you think that it has not prepared a way to deal with all these things? They're too busy killing and then taking and studying and locking away in pain and suffrage as if that's going to work it out. Some of them are so arrogant in their ignorance of their sublime 0.1% of existence and knowledge, thinking that, well, then out and I kill you and we all die. It doesn't work that way. With all their worthless monks and all their fake Hindu this and that and all this other stuff, regardless of what they've toured and played with, moot. With them messing with things they were never supposed to. I bet if they're going to look, they'll see that. Like I stated, the faucet, poison, fishbowl, koi, whatever. All right. Why is it that people have to threaten you in secret and move on it and do it outside as if it's supposed to be okay based on an ideology that's steeped in lies and no truth? It wasn't enough that Putin showed a real history, but he was very aware, as stated, that people would ignore that. Or when people start to truly be able to really interpret most writings and see beyond it what it's alluding to. It doesn't mean that nobody existed, but the people who would actually be the most righteous moving upon the earth to be subjugated as they were in the past. Many of them happen to be destroyed. It doesn't matter. People's sublime arrogance in their ignorance steed holds them culpable. It doesn't matter how they fancied themselves and built up this fake castle of ordination and ideology and idioms and how they speak, and everybody accepts it because they're caught up in the spell. Ooh, you know, it doesn't matter. Jersey was flooding. My boy T says, "You're red." So I went and looked at it. I was like, holy smell, on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. And I was tired. I'm looking at this going, wow. Now, I didn't look at it anywhere else, but there's destruction. Puerto Rico, there's destruction all over. What we consider destruction. I call it reflowering. They think that they're doing a service for themselves based on the phase. They're doing a service for the natural order of things. That's all I'm going to say to that. If they really had a clue, they'd fucking stop. And I'm not attempting to stop them. I want them to go full bore force ahead. Honestly, I do. Really, I do. As I stated, they're stupid. Ah, man. Oh, wow. I use that word, and that's not even, that's a level down here. It's there. The stupidity is I can't even, beyond my comprehension. I'm using the word stupid because y'all know what that, well, y'all have an idea based on what they've defined it as. Some of them see it. Some of them actually know it. Some want it. They like, good, I'll stay in case I can get in trouble doing my job. No. Your apprehension states and how you move, your malfeasance, everything else, you will be held accountable. There's no way to get away from it because bad choice, decision making. The whistleblowers are, you know what the whistleblowers are? The honest ones. Those are the peacekeepers. Ain't your damn church. And ain't the people out there selling, giving food to the homeless and shit once a week or twice. Soup kitchens where they do diabolical, feeding people shit without testing it, which they can have a third party to test the stuff to make sure it is beneficial for the people to eat. No, the whistleblowers are your peacekeepers. Wow, did I just throw a wrench in some people's idea of what a peacekeeper is? It damn sure ain't the UN's goofy ass holding guns. We're here to keep the peace. Blue helmets. Blue helmets. I guess they're cripping too. Somebody start getting up, walking with them. Anyway, right? Anyway, an illusion, an expanse of the delusion. People are just obedient slaves. Meat sticks to be hung on a hook and to be displayed for all by the very sadistic socio-psychopaths who y'all always voting for. I saw a video of a worthless ass sheriff who spoke like he didn't give a damn about the Constitution. You got to position the people because you're elected. Sheriff is an elected motherfucker, not the deputized idiots. The shit. Well, there's a lot of good deputy sheriff who actually studied law. We're talking about the bad guys, obviously. And this motherfucker didn't care about none of that. Does that not speak volumes? There are some countries, it's all experiment, allowed to do a little better, which once were the bottom feeders. That should have took another 100 years to get to even where we were. But you saw how the liberal, it's always the liberals. They let the country cascade and fall apart while making certain individuals millionaires based off your pain and suffrage. I mean, CPS is nothing but a child. They still children. They're part of it. That's right. They're not even legitimate. They're not even legal. Child Protective Service. And then you got the goofy ass dude with the badge and the gun. You're gonna listen to me because I'm authority. He's not even supposed to be there. He ain't got no part to do with it. With some worthless ass satanic bitch standing in front of you, coming to take your children from you, and you haven't done nothing wrong, but all because of a job, certain diet. This is what happens when you bring your child in to the hospital. They cut that umbilical cord, smack the ass up and everything else to which it don't require. And then you get all those paperworks and shit without knowing what the hell the fine print says. Co-parenting for whatever purpose they deem. The worst mistake they ever made was fucking with the babies. Everywhere, everything. It solidified their destruction. That doesn't matter what the fuck they do, how they feel. Who's creeping, who's sitting out there with ghillie suits and shit. That don't matter. The worst thing they could ever do was fuck with the younglings. The doctors, the nurses. You. I know, Deaf's eyes. My apologies. Not. They're too gone to even know it. That was the biggest mistake. Did y'all see that list of police officers for pedophilia? Did y'all see it? The ones that show you, the ones that who are getting time compared to the ones who are just doing community because they can't prove that they actually been in, but they're part of it. How come they don't talk about the feds and all those ones? How come they don't talk about the fact that now they want to say, okay, because well, I saw the thing where Trump was wondering, is he on the Epstein list? Like, how would you not know? Yes, Trump, you're on the Epstein list, motherfucker. Why is all of them, they're married to their wives and all their wives when they were dealing with them, but they were 14, 15, and 16? Is that some Jerry Lee Lewis thing? Not held accountable? Where these veterans who go after pedophiles and everything else, how come they ain't going, well, okay, they did catch some sheriffs, police, and a couple of governors and mayors. They did, okay, and judges. Okay, they did. But it's bigger than that. But they're only a handful of people. And outstanding, hats off to them. Well, I'm down here with that guy who that TV show and his son was abducted and killed or whatever done to him. The Walsh, what you call it? We pass by it all the time. You know. And I always look out there and I says, wow, that one child, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of these babies' corpses and their blood in the soil all around. Maybe millions, maybe trillions. And I say to myself, how do you get to the point of giving up on the world you live in, by definition, to where you were willing to harm those around you? So then I make it better. So they lean on the weakest bastards who have talents and skills, the most absurd absurdities, and they think that's supposed to work out. Well, I guess if you stay blind enough, I guess it's supposed to. Fake ass Israel is no ally of America. Fuck Christian Zionists, and a lot of you don't even know what it means, and half of them don't even know what they're representing. Some of you got them in your families. Ignoramuses who don't know shit. Just giving a bean pie and said that's a bean pie, but I don't even know what the ingredients is. And you stuck it in because for the last 5 years, it's always been the same thing. It's that one time you open that can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. That one time you open that jar of mayonnaise. That one time you pull the lid off of the condiment of the mustard and ketchup or the chili, the relish. That one time when you buy that pack of Frank's Ballpark hot dogs or Nathan's skinless, or that one time you buy the cans of salmon or the frozen shrimp. That one time when you buy, whether it be garbanzo bean or semolina or whatever pasta, you don't know that they have manipulated and changed it all from the 5 to 10 years that you've been getting it. And now that one time, and everybody's shopping no matter what, in each aisle, because you ever see when they practicing changing everything, restocking inventory? I used to work at Whole Foods and places like that. So, as a system manager, whatever, starting from the floor, when we shaping and putting everything out, brand new, coming in every night. You think they don't know how to hit everybody at one time? They're hitting you now. Ain't nobody did a goddamn thing. Why? Because y'all go America, Zionists, ADL, APEC. I do that just, I don't care. I'm just playing with it. Around the world. I ain't seen nobody gather up, land no planes to fly into those countries and fight against the bastards they ship, because you don't know which side is the right side. How many of y'all people went over there to Papua New Guinea? Well, most special forces and all these individuals ain't go over there because they're racist and they're fucking stupid. How come nobody's over there, in Malaysia or what? All the different places they're fighting and doing anything, because it has nothing to do with doing righteous shit. There's a lot of things y'all don't know about that are going on. A lot of things. Y'all have no idea. I'm not knocking it. We need this shit to happen. I know it's hard for y'all, except when I say this, we need it to happen. I do. It fulfills me. So, On the high side of the perversion, you got to look at the lower side of that which is not seen. Isn't always an antagonist that goes, one that looks perceived, or perception, hidden, one that's hidden on the other side, just to mitigate. I'm like you, right? I'm not saying it's me. I'm talking about y'all need to know. Because a lot of you won't see it because you don't know how to see it. You don't know how to speak your health or anything into a better position of existence, which is sad. Some will say, well, we're trying. Stop trying and make attempts. What's the difference? Learn for yourself instead of always looking for a fucking handout. Children, man. I'm big on children. Okay? Now I'm tired of you worthless ass so-called co-parenters who shit on them, that faucet with the toxins and the poisons. And then you're happy because they're there, but you don't know what role you played in facilitating and formulating their existence. You haven't done a great job preparing them because you weren't prepared. A lot of you went way now because the system incorporated you. Now you're at death's door and the brink of it, and you don't know what to do. Hey, 50 honest, what's going on? Oh, yeah, it's magnificent. You know, I have to give the little morning spew. We keep allowing too many things, even when I'm speaking on certain things, because I can rouse, I can get little emotions and feelings going, you know? I enjoy it. But anyway, we've allowed everyone to be outside of themselves to reciprocate the very vernaculars, which are not just chaotic, but destructive. And then we want to sit there and say, not me. Who the are you to think that you don't play a part in this? I'm doing everything, doing it. If you got to state it and express it, obviously you're fighting with it, you're tussling with it, you know. And he wrestled with God. God touched his hip. He wrestled with himself, rent his hip, so he walked with a limp, like a Cherokee walk. What's up, Combs? What's happening? He never thought about that. We know that Cherokee is a stated word of the state. It has nothing to do with the reality of our people. And that's why when I was saying Anahuia, and everybody's like, what is Anahuia? Is that a pen? Like rolling pintail pen? No, Anahuia, but y'all keep using this term of these frauds to call themselves Cherokee on our land, just like them fake ass Jews over in Palestine. These Peckerwoods, but y'all allowed it because you allowed these sellout Negroes and these dispersal organizations for government and everything else to reclassify you and make you something you ain't. Classification. Ain't that something that you even got to move with that? Oh, okay. Shit. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, they don't want to do that. You know they're not going to do that. I'm going to show you one of the most beautifulest things I've ever seen. Okay? You probably can't see it. My apologies. But I'll make a post with it. But as you can see, this is Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and two of the most worthless, pathetic African niggas I've ever seen. And I'm going to make a post with it because you can't see it. And he looks like a hot mess, this Jesse Jackson bastard. But, and they even still have the nerve to call him a reverend because he is, because a reverend ain't nothing. There's nothing reverence about him. There ain't nothing, anything other than toxin and poison. But as you can see that the bastard is in the proper position and place he's supposed to be in. And you still have, and I cannot even facilitate in my deepest of understanding, there's no turmoil, I cannot facilitate how this bastard was allowed to exist. Well, it's obvious, the feds. But see, what y'all don't look at, the fact that this nigga is a Q-dog. No, Alpha 5, whatever the fuck he is. I don't care. Purple and gold. Y'all know what that shit is. I don't get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? Cornell West. That's mental. I wonder how much adrenochrome that nigga sucking down. And Al Sharpton looking like something that came out of the dwellings of the underground with Splinter and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That big-headed bobblehead, this worthless mother. Maxine Waters looks like something dead. Lori Lightfoot, they must come from the same batch in the incubators because they all got this fucked up look about them, and I just can't help but laugh and get tickled. I can't wait to see them. But the reality is, y'all don't see the usury. Someone say, but that ain't racist. Man, it ain't about feelings or emotions. They are stupid. I have no emotions or feelings bound to them. I don't, at least. I know I'm saying it here because I'm here. I'm in the physical, and I don't really care when I say I can't wait to see them. Actually, it doesn't matter. I got to see them. I've got to be whatever the fuck that is and watch all these dumb fucks walk before me and the idiots who are staying silent, not sharing their information. Yeah, I see their faces too. That's right, you dumb fucks watching. Not you guys. These stupid motherfuckers. I see your faces as well. Enjoy your pleasantries like you're going to escape and avoid whatever the fuck's coming. It's not going to happen. Yeah. I need another one. That's the only thing I can say. I'm going to watch these motherfuckers walk right looking up at me. I don't even get it. I don't get it. Yet, I want y'all to know everything that you think is not. And everything that is not doesn't mean that it isn't. It's not a riddle. You got to figure it out. Right? Was that anything I smell that I will drool over I eat? Oh, that's not good, though. They had a guy come at me talking about Ricky, then showed his true colors, asking about how old is my soul. Oh, yeah, that's an idiot. Hey, Max, what's going on, beloved? Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, stay away from the Ricky bastards, all right? I have sisters and stuff who call themselves Aboriginal, get into that. Stay away from it. You can have that good thing for a moment. I'm not saying you were a part of it, but yeah. But be moving in the darkness, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that list of police. Oh, okay. No, it's a pictures. I don't know. I don't want to make pictures. I don't know. You can. Okay. Oh, they try to hide that stuff. See, this is what I'm talking about. A system that wants you to be subjugated to doing lawful shit under the corporation ideology, but they want to hide this motherfucker. All right. So 27 suspected pedophiles arrested in undercover operation, Operation Intercept, Operation Karma. All you got to do is go and look, and you'd be surprised how many. But you got to put in. You got to look for the police. I think it was out of Florida or. But they have picture where they put the composition of police officers and judges who are. It's a picture. I think it's certain individuals do it. Who are ex-military and special forces, whatever. They put together the picture of all the police and the mayors and everything, and it's like just over this last year. And I saw that, and I said, "You got to be kidding me!" And then they go, "But this is last year's," and they say, "But it's much bigger than that," and they only do the ones that they caught. You gotta Google and pull stuff up yourself, okay? It's a sad state. No, it's not all. No, we got a lot of. Don't get it twisted. I gotta say there are, because y'all know I know a few. There are good policing. There's good, and I hate the term. There are the good officers, and you know, it's just like in the neighborhood. They want everybody. They got all these dumb woods running around who are the most corrupt and everything else on our soil. The media painting melanated people like they're bad, but you got people running around doing the worst shit, and nobody sees it for what it is. I mean, they have this idea that doesn't exist. I mean, look at the sundown town that was destroyed in California, but lasers, you know, Orange County, and then you look at Texas, the one that was destroyed. They get rid of these idiots, and people don't even pay attention. Carolina and Georgia mostly melanated. Why are they getting away with it? Because you have these fake reverends, you have these fake mayors, these worthless little set-in motherfuckers who just want the millions because they want to escape what's coming. And y'all allow it. Excuse my language. Y'all allow it. Let me say that again. Y'all allow it. I don't care about your crayon color, your fake race, and all this other stuff. Y'all allow it. You know? I agree with you 100%. The worst thing they did is to mess with the younglings. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that, baby girl Slaughter. Yeah, if y'all want to donate, I appreciate it. I'm gonna run out. I might run out in town, but it's gonna rain again today. But we got a few days when it's pretty good. We're gonna start closing that thing in. I appreciate the donations. We could definitely use it with all the. I was thinking about getting another tent too, but I have my own personal one. But I'm gonna do something else just to protect it from the weather and the rain coming on this side. The tarp that I had for that, I don't need it no more. I'm just gonna hang it over the end until we get done. I'm gonna burn that thing. I'm gonna start getting the tote full of a lot of things that I don't require. I'm only wearing pretty much 5 to 6 clothes a week. That's it. I mean, I'm just working. I'm in, you know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? And sweats. And shorts. That's it. You know? And underwear. I need to take a shower today, but it's drizzling and it's gonna rain again. I'm not standing out in this rain. I mean, we're under something where I can go down there and do it. But the wind comes in, the rain comes sideways, my pores open. Even though I take cold showers, I'd prefer it to be nice and hot so I can enjoy the sun, basking in the skin. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be tomorrow. But I want to run into town, and if you guys donate, I don't have it because, you know, like I said, I'm strapped. My boy sent his money. My welding brother from Local 4, I got that last week. My daughter still has it. I'm not gonna go into who else. It's unimportant. Over 4 up to, I was sitting down. It's about $5,800 that I gave out in the last few months to people who needed money. So, no, yeah, the last 2, 3, 4 months. So I'm waiting for all that to come back. If you want to assist, that'd be a blessing. I appreciate it. My oldest daughter, she's gonna be well, it depends. They got all together, they're gonna be well protected. All I can say to that. And she keeps telling me, come up here with me, you can go underground. Well, I'm not doing. You stop being hard-headed. You know my purpose is here. She kind of knows, she don't really know, but she knows. And she knows because she's seen some things. That if you all would have came when I first stated, you would have seen it. Too late now. Oh, fucking well. Poor choice making asses. So I can't do it now. It ain't my problem. You got other people acting like idiots. No, they don't get to see shit. That's on them. And I don't want to show anyway. The dog had been abused. I have to go. I'll message you on Google. Okay, millennial. Absolutely, hon. I'm sorry I didn't see that. Ibanda. Right, I'm just going to see Zodiac. The oppressors say I'm a fish that's being chased by the wolf. My sisters are American. They say I'm a wolf chasing the fish. Let's eat up, fam. Absolutely. I got some rest, son. She'll see it. Hopefully, watch it again. I got some rest. I need more, but I'm okay. I'm okay. That's all. Just be okay. I'm better than that. I'm magnificent, astute, assertive. It's words, it's language. Anyway, no, I'm in an excellent space. Every old school rapper is supposed to be dropping or has dropped new albums. I wonder if any of the will speak on COVID-19 and all that. Oh, that was old dick sucking old school. Damn, man, they don't get caught up in the fame. I have them cats in New York, like they done slept with little boy. Look, man, it's crazy, all right? Excuse me. It's crazy, man, you know? But now you're not shifting the topic. It's part of it. All of it is. Most things I do drill like them. The sardines on that I drill. Sardines are banging. Put sardines on some wild rice and on a bed of cabbage. Just get you a cabbage, julie in it. I got cabbage in there. I want to cut up, right? Not cook it raw. Some purple cabbage. I want to put some sardines on, right? Put a little tab of mustard and mayonnaise, stir it up together, and eat it just like that, man. It's a little salt and pepper. Phenomenal. You know what I mean? Let me hit the chat filter because you know they be doing that. Cause untight, Danka, Danka. But I just wanted to come on and ramble about a few things because you know we see what's going on with the picture they painted. But we know that a lot of people have been murdered, and they did that because they wanted to show the fact that he's American. That those bastardized fake frauds over there, and I ain't talking about the religious converts. Those individuals are being subjugated, arrested, and fucked up. They don't want to go to war. They're being persecuted. Yes, we're talking about Ashkenaz or remnant or whatever you want to call them, right? They've always been like that. They kill their own, bro. They're like humans, like beasts, like little animals. Y'all didn't know that? Yeah. So the religious ones ain't with this shit. But these goofy monkeys believe in their fake white superiority, but don't call them white. And they're goy as well. That's the funny thing. I had to share that because I knew nobody was going to share that with y'all. They're goyim as well. And they're over there smacking Asian Christians. There's a lot of churches and shit over in China. Don't get it twisted. These are idiots, man. They have been nurtured to be as dumb as they can make them. Seriously. They think because they've done the shit they've done that they're untouchable. Shit. Let them niggas in New York and Chicago rise up. Them bitches will start hiding, trying to gray man out and walk around like they B-boys or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Right now, you saw the one video in New York where the brother and sister was riding behind them and the little redhead, fake ass Jew sitting out the back of the thing talking about, hey, nigger. I couldn't have been in certain places. I know I talk crap about Chicago, take that. No, they'd have blew his head off. Seriously. But what makes them think that way? Zionism, the Talmud, making them believe that there's something they're not and that they're going to conquer and win everything else. They're too stupid to know better. Oh, red problems are beautiful. Anyway, I'm just pointing it out. I'm not caught up. I'm not afflicted by it. I'm just saying that. Damn, mosquito. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things. They got a lot of things happening for whatever reason or whatever it is, whatever. I don't have respect for none of that shit. None whatsoever. But it's boggling how the people. Do y'all see some of those marches in New York and LA with the Palestine, this, that, and other? And now it's ISIS. I mean, they done got this goofy ass ISIS got a lot of foreign motherfuckers in there. They deporting American motherfuckers who fought in the goddamn war. How dumb is the military heads, Trump, his staff, How stupid are these motherfuckers? That's all I got to say. Are they that deplorable that what they're doing over there and you think it's a subtle way they do over here, continuous, because y'all motherfuckers can't get your shit together because you got dumb niggas and gangs and running around misled by CIs and Fed punk motherfuckers like Whack 100 punk ass and all them other stupid motherfuckers? Y'all can't get beyond these dumbass niggas? I'm serious. Oh, 607. He's another dumbass nigga. He is the motherfucker who's the deflection. To be a reflection of what we've been saying all the time. Like they need this nigga to come out of nowhere. And now everybody's jumping on his ass because he set up on no jumper, fake Jew ass, homosexual, everything that we're not supposed to be. Oh, Vlad, that punk fucking Jew, pussy ass motherfucker, that niggas got to sit up there because they want to get paid the $5,000. You can't make this shit up, man. That's why I look at Cali like you niggas ain't intelligent or smart. I was watching dumbass Charleston White, I love him, talking about when he was talking with Jesse Peterson when I was an African American. I wanted to walk up beside him and say, nigga, the fuck up. Other than that, keep doing what you're doing, nigga. So I like it. You know what I'm saying? Any like a pawn used to insult people with actual intelligence? Of course, a lot of them are. They keep people distracted. Come on. Vaudeville. Give them a circus, right? Give the people what? They used to be one time, we've already been over there. They used to be one to say, give them what they want. That's not what they're doing. They're giving you something to keep you distracted so they can keep pushing and doing what they're doing while they're subjugating and putting y'all through all the dumb shit they're putting you through. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. And if people buy into it, I haven't even been back to Jersey because I don't want to hear motherfuckers talking and sounding stupid. Them niggas are talking, they don't know what they're talking about, right? And they swear they know, and it's all drama. And if you say they go, oh, that's not really what's going on, and if you speak and say what your thought is, they won't even allow themselves to see it. They be like, no, motherfucker, you got to hear what I'm saying, and don't even know what the fuck they talking about. And then they want to go fisticuffs. Well, the ones who think they can fight. You know, like I said, it's entertaining. Even for me, I'm entered and contained because I like watching this shit because it's so stupid. I enjoy it. I allow it. Bread and circus, yes, give me, yeah. That's the statement. That's what, yeah. But like I said, you just keep throwing, peanuts and hot dogs, glizzies. Fuck glizzy, man. What? That sounds gay as fuck. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? And a pop, and all big. And people can't see it for what it is. I mean, you see all these so-called billionaires, Levin and all rabbi, what you call it, talking about what they do with the human bodies. He literally told you the fucking truth, and everybody just bypassed it. When I go in the supermarket, I walk into the food line, the first thing I do, I look at what they call marbleization, the fat in the beef. And I look for certain striations and say, they've been working to perfect this. And then I say, wait a minute, because I know the texture of human flesh. As far as meat, and even if it's printed out, and I look at that because of studying medicine and everything, and the biopsies, a whole lot of pretty messed up stuff. Videos of people being butchered right in front of you, and them holding the damn meat right in front of your arm, and the face twitching, head stuff. I watch these, right, and I always look at the after. I'm talking about like 30 minutes after. And when they do the color of the show, when I'm looking at the meat department, I'm looking at the meat and I look for a certain smell. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That rancid, it shit that if it get in your nose, it get on your clothes, it just don't go nowhere. It's worse than dead animals. It's like, whoa, human flesh, man. Well, let me tell you something, boy. God damn, boy. That shit stinks so bad. But anyway, right? I look at it and I say, no wonder they're pumping it with carbs. They're doing stuff that put seasoning on it. They always say you don't get that shit. That's old shit. And now everything's got signature by Safeway. Talking about it's a Safeway brand. That stops what was allowed. This is part of the agenda to get one commonality of one brand of food created by them, and you will eat it. Going to the point of crickets. You remember the animation? I don't think I put it here with the guy sitting up in a room and they're on the floors and he's going outside, say out his friend, and the truck comes up with the orange suit. They're doing a test on him. He's got the meals, got crickets, this, that, and the other. And nobody pays attention to it, you know, with the little drone flying by. Now, what's funny is we created most of that crap, and it's being used as a weapon against everybody by the very bastards who ain't create shit nothing but other this chaos and destruction that seem to get a pass because they're in governments. When the fuck did government matter so much that people didn't say not today? Well, when you have a government who has brandished and made certain individuals safe, right? You're gonna be with us. We need you to do these things. And they take them to certain places, let them enjoy certain things, and they say, we got videos and this, that, and the other, and you've done some real deplorable shit. And then you got the ones that just love what they do. The evil, right? Evolve, love, murdering, bashing baby heads, and all that kind of shit, right? I'm just saying, it's a story, okay? How are y'all gonna win against that? When a majority of y'all, everybody's got a spike protein in them by now, graphene and graphite or whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. Everybody's got all this shit, man. Ain't nobody over here. In certain countries, they be tearing down the towers. They don't give a fuck about the hell. Some of the police even join in because they realize it seems like the places we want to call third world countries seem smarter than this dumb racists, the Peckerwoods, and half these worthless niggas running around. All right. And a lot of them have been leaving. Have y'all noticed that? But hey, and y'all allowing this shit. I'm not rebel rousing. I'm not part of that shit. I'm not saying these are facts. Everything I do, and we want to say education. Say education, but this is hypothetical. This is the fun part of telling stories right in the now, using things, questioning things, always question everything. Study to be self, you know what I'm saying? To be self. God damn it, you know where I'm going with it. I don't want to. I can't wait to start seeing the faces walk by me. They'll remember me saying this. They try and talk to me. I see the faces all twisted. I just go, ain't no emotions. I don't do that. I just looking at them. And it's like that, and nothing's coming out. Their faces look so painful. Forget the word lost. They look like droves of them. Now, is there something on the other side? Is it an answer to something? I'm not telling anybody to capitulate. I'm saying what I saw. And when I look at it now and I attempt to paint a picture, it's really a fucked up abstract from the dream. Like I told a friend of mine back when I was on the res, before I was moving out, he said he wanted to hear about the dream again. I was like, bruh, it's a painful fucking dream. That's what I said at first. And I kept having it. Keep having it. I still have it. And it's always different faces. Every time I have the dream, no matter how 100,000 fucking times, whatever, the faces are always different. It's never the same face again. So they're going wherever the fuck they're going, but you see the individuals who have done all the fucked up shit. I see the clothes, the uniforms. I see all that. That's why I say what I say about EMT and firefighter. I see all these dumb fucks and their faces. I wish I could draw it. I'd probably get $1 million for it, just the drawing itself. I'm gonna sit down one day when I got this, and I'm gonna sit a little canvas, and I'm gonna attempt my best to draw it, and then probably, I think watercolor and enamel sub-base with a watercolor acrylic, like would give it, with popping out, would give it some kind of, I don't know, it's hard, but their faces, all these idiots, they look so twisted, but you can see who they are. There, I'm able to put names to the faces. Here, I couldn't tell you the fuck first, man. In the dream, everything is just right, and it's audible, and it's It's dark, gray. Well, I forget I've said the colors before. But it's not dark like what y'all think darkness is, like a black. It's missing something. It's like the faces are fucked up, man. Women and men, so-called women and men. And it's like they're trying to apologize. They want out of there. I can't do a goddamn thing. Can't stop it. I don't even remember. I don't know if I even want it. I think I'm there for whatever I'm there for. Watching them. It ain't like they can escape her. No, this is different, y'all. This ain't some fake ass need some worthless bars and all that dumb shit. There ain't no fake ass judge and all that goofy motherfuckers and all that. No police. No, this shit is wide. This face, but I can see every one of them. I'm talking about thousands going across. Billions going this way. Fucking the number is crazy. Uniforms, shit, all kind of stuff, and I can see every one of their faces. It's like they all stand out the same, and you can see how, I don't know if it's agony. I don't know what the fuck. I can't feel on that side, but I can't touch them. They can't touch me. I can't. I'm obviously much bigger than them. I can't even explain that shit. I mean, way fucking bigger. And they're just walking by, and I can't even see where they're fucking going. Like, this is not small. In the dream, I'm doing my best to look, and I'm right. I'm supposed to see this. The first 2-3 times that I had the dream, I jumped up, damn near pooped my pants, fucking. I was like, I ain't drinking. I don't want no weed. I was like, hell no, if somebody. And I remember telling the old head and the motherfucker talking about, that's heavy shit. You need to walk in it. And I was like, what? So Mexican brother, old guy, 60-something, 65 years old. You need to walk in that dream. What the fuck? The fuck you walk in it, nigga? And I kept having it, and I kept having it. Kept having it. I kept fucking having it. Kept fucking having it. I kept fucking having it. Over, fucking over, fucking over again, fucking again. Well, I didn't want to go to sleep. But hey, man, they're making the choices. They got the phases, they got the calculations, and they got things on whatever, and they're gonna keep doing what the fuck they're doing. Awesome is all I got to say. Somebody asked a question. Who's a veteran? Y'all remember this veteran card? Y'all remember this one? This is the pass that I use. Disability, right? So I can go anywhere. I don't even need this no more. Go on a fake ass covenant road I want. If you don't have it, and I gotta get ready, I gotta update this because it's out of date. It expired 7/7/2025, so I gotta go online and update it. All right, that's a concealed weapons permit, and I'm gonna I was looking on it here. I was thinking about going up the page and doing it again. Just go up there, get in the class on the weekend, and it don't take long at all, you know. But they have this thing online. You can do it. Contact us at Arizona CCW permit. Get your CCW permit fast. So all you got to do is go to azccwpermits.com for those in Arizona or whatever state you're in if you have it. And you can go ahead and get it done. Now, I think this one is like $29, $30. Then you got some that if I go to page, it's $160, which I get to shoot and all that stuff. But this is online. And I already started filling it out, and so I'm just going to send it in and get it knocked out so we have it. Then for some of you, like people always said, you ever belong to this, you don't belong to that. Well, people ask questions. Remember I told you about health promotion, diabetes prevention, the fact that I work with a lot of Navajos to help them get their diabetes, and I tell them if you cook, I showed them how to grow okra and how to make the gel, water, and all that kind of stuff. Well, some people said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Well, Tuba City, Health Promotion, Diabetes Prevention Fitness Center. That's me. When I was living on the res, working with the Navajo and the Hopis. All right, that's it for the little doubting monkey, the Moor nigga, who's just an idiot. All right, because you're not Moors here. Stop doing that dumb shit. Some little Cabbage Patch incubator baby, I ain't gonna say his name, walks around telling y'all all that goofy shit and you buy into it. That shows you how stupid you guys are. Now, I am no longer a member of USCCA because they did people dirty as fuck. These are the three of the cards. I used to destroy them. This is from 2020, but I had them before that. It's three of the cards. All right. Yeah. I know. Platinum. Okay. I just want to show y'all. Okay. Now, who do I deal with now? I kind of deal with the firearm, legal protection and all that. As y'all can see, grassroots army, official member. I don't mind showing you. 5 ways to introduce someone to the shooting sports and all that. Yeah, that's me. And then firearms legal possession, what you call it? Some of you might want to get that. Does it mean anything? It means that you're in a better position to deal with some things and get knowledge, and it's good to go and do all this stuff on the website to study these things if you consider yourself a citizen and all the other shit. I ain't no fucking citizen, but I don't mind good laws. The laws are actually not bad as long as they are followed. Like when I'm out there, I don't work at Fiat. I don't drive. Drive means I'm driving Miss Daisy. Operator, that means now I'm working at Fiat. I'm working for the government. I'm working for, you know what I'm saying? I don't do neither one of those. I travel. And you got a lot of motherfuckers who don't know the law because they don't know the Constitution. They don't know nothing. And besides the ones who are now here to disrespect all that shit. That's why you don't sit there debating or whatever. You say whatever. You know, you say whatever. You know, it's obvious you don't know the law, but you ain't got to sit there in a pissing contest. All right? Because 9 times out of 10, you motherfuckers move by yourself, you're not going to fucking win anyway. But you need to know how to do the things that need to be done, even in the absurdity of what's going on now. Here's my service dog charisma. It's an actual service dog card. It's not fake. It's not, I bought it. She was trained. All them days at PetSmart with the ex-police officer on Mount Vernon where I got her, who made sure trying to give me that big ass damn dog after my back surgery, down there, bent me over and threw me back into the damn VA for another surgery. But that was charisma. That's my baby girl. That's my little Brindle Terrier. Okay. Because I said what I said yesterday. Now, a lot of you don't know this. It is important, like if you're in the military, you have first aid for life if you went through the witch card class. Oh, what a beautiful ass hawk. Holy shit. Right above me. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, I wonder if it's going to go down and try and get the rabbit. Anyway, let me go finish up. So this right here, I did when I was over in Page. I'm going to try and find the one over here to keep it going. You have it first aid for life, but you got to stay up with all the different things that change, how to apply for a teenager or a baby or a dog, a cat, you know, CPR, how to hold it, the baby with a massage, how to breathe over the nose and mouth, how many breaths per, how many, you know what I'm saying, where the thoracic, where to actually put your hand for the compressions, how to keep doing it, even if you have a 2-party system. So I stay an active member to help save a life, but you got to also be careful of what state you're in because you can be held responsible for the negligence of somebody's death and the procedure of attempting to save it. Accidents happen. Page Tactical, this is a good brother of mine. He's ex-Army. He does all the Cerakoting. Excellent prices. If you got firearms, you want to get a Cerakote. This is my guy right here. Okay. Cerakote some of my weapons, my firearms, or a couple of them I got rid of. I sold to get a better one. And for those who have a hard time believing that I was training autistic children, it was something I took on a venture I saw being done in another country. And I said, wow, I wonder if I can actually teach an autistic kid, a youngling, excuse me, not kid. They're not animals. Martial arts. If I could teach them how to step and punch, and it's the exercise. If I can do some Tai Chi and they see how flowery he is and they say, oh, I want to do that too. And do it with them all the time. So I embarked on it on the res, some of the autistic children. and regular children as well. Y'all know, y'all, some of y'all seen the videos put in some of the pictures and stuff, that tons of them, the Mormons. And in order to pick the children up from a school, because they're autistic, you had to be, I would call it qualified. You had to be somebody that was very trustworthy. Well, I always kept these cards every time I had to go to the school to pick up the kids. So again, tell me what the fuck you've done. That ain't even shit. That's just a little bit of crap. That's the world that y'all live in. Okay? That ain't crap. This is the little shit. Because a lot of people stroke their egos, talk all big, they doing this, they around that, da. And I'm like, well, what the fuck they got to do with anything? You know, a lot of y'all talk like you did a lot of shit, and a lot of y'all ain't really done a goddamn thing yet. Some of you did a few things, but you haven't really done nothing. And this ain't my ASPC and SPCA membership and the fact that I volunteered or chef and all this other shit. Feeding and taking care of the homeless, stopping stupid things that have happened in certain departments, questioning some of these fake ass pastors and ministers, walking up in their churches, non-denomination, and quoting scripture and showing that they're full of shit. How many of y'all did that? Going to the fucking UN and questioning what's their real fucking purpose. And I ain't talking about with that faggot Hemok Zelot punk crap. All right? A lot of y'all like to stroke your egos like you done something. Stop. Stop feeling some kind of way because you haven't. Know that you're doing something now. Okay? Somebody questioned me about whether I really trained a lot of guys who went up. Yes, I did. In New York and in Jersey. Hey, can I work out with you? You're pretty good at what you do. What are you doing? I'm trying to get into the police force. Oh, hell yeah. What do you know about the Constitution? Oh, man. Whole lot of them. Even in my bad times, alcohol abuse. Absolutely. Fuck yeah. Not abuse, but, you know, just heavy drinking because I just didn't like what I was saying and hearing. I just didn't want to be part of it. I didn't want to hear nothing. I don't like talking to no fucking body. You know, I don't like being around a lot of fucking people. Not because I can't. Because they don't want to better themselves. Well, let me get myself together, y'all. It's about an hour and 43 minutes. Got to eat me something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you want to donate, I appreciate it. We're going to town. I need to grab some more screws. I think I need to get some more 2x2s. We're going to be building our ass off here. Next few days, when I show y'all and everything, I'm going to be at butthole and elbow, like really, really, and you know. And when it rains again, hopefully we have it enclosed. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm going to take the donations and I'm going to use it to pick up some of the supply today. That truck sounds like a damn jet. That's pretty cool. But you know what I'm saying? I'm only 29, but I learned a long time ago. The older heads have more to teach than to say. A lot of young, ignorant people just want to talk. Yeah, that's sad. That's part of the time we're in. But there's a lot of young cats, man, that are pretty sharp too, bro. You'd be surprised. So they have people who have a little more, who've been here for a little while. Older heads, I guess, and they've given the best guidance they could. And it's a lot of that. Actually, there's a lot of people here who've had really good guidance. Some of the stuff I talk about to me is done with satire because it doesn't have to be. Yet you have people in all commonalities. You have all different kind of walks. I follow a lot of police officers, active and retired, and And some of them are getting it. Some of them are questioning the morality, and then some of them are really kind of patriotic. They really and then there are those who have been conditioned, and they have this resentment and hate towards certain people of certain colors and denomination, which is created by the system, and there's no real merits on it. But I do it because I know that it's going to strike something. I think the most poignant thing is the fact that I'm telling you I know how it ends, and I'm not fucking playing. When I say I know how it ends, it doesn't mean that I have the lock in how everything. I just know it's fucked up, but I see the end. And these motherfuckers, I wouldn't give a fuck if they believe it or don't believe it. They lose for the win and lose thing. That's all I can say. They don't get to see what goes on beyond that. And then y'all, and then whoever reacquaints himself with the world, but it's a test. And you cannot mess with certain things that were never meant to be messed with. That's how I can put it in words. As far as in my dream, it don't come across like that. I mean, I felt kind of fucked up when it first hit me, right? Remember? So when I look at it though, can I believe it? I don't facilitate the term belief. I just don't. It is or it just isn't. And then you got that whisper, damn voice. I don't know what the fuck it be, but it just comes like, not today. Not the fuck today. What the fuck? You talking to me, Cook? Do I need to move the tent? Because you is leaning over it. You know what I'm saying? Back up. What the fuck? And I don't do that. I just be like, I've gotten to the point where I hear, I'm just like, oh, just fucking put in reverse, do the mirror and shit. And whatever happens, all right. It's weird. It's not like a voice says, look to your right. It's more like it's a positioning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I look to my right or my left, I just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I see. I can't fucking explain every goddamn thing. And I don't mind saying it because I actually always say, should I be saying this shit? Should I say this? Should I? You'll say a whole lot more. What the fuck? Am I talking to my motherfucking self? I'm not playing, guys. Like scrambled eggs sometimes in my fucking head. You know? Well, I'm gonna shut up on that part. So I'm just saying, shut the fuck up. And it ain't me, man. As much as I wanted to be me, I really just said, shut the fuck up. I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking that? Like, you know, it's like, what do you do when things start unveiling or unraveling or changing, or, you know, what do you do? How do you accept it? Do you don't accept it? You know, do you put earplugs in and hope that everything goes, you know what I'm saying? What do? I've seen enough weird in my existence where I don't even question some things no more. I am white and Indian. And they no matter what a motherfucker think. Do I have some of the blood that wanted to pervert the original people? Of course, you know. Do I dismiss it? No, because the motherfucker was a righteous cat. Now, as far as the other two niggas or Germans, I couldn't go into that. My Costa Rican family is probably bigger than what I can imagine. My Coolie or Chinese family, probably bigger than I can imagine. The fact of the matter is, those are the closest things that go back 7, 8 to 12 generations. Like, I'm talking about major generations, not all of us in between where we're just humping and making babies. I'm talking about the main ones, way past the fake ass 1800s. Okay. So I'm talking about in the league of a century. Still to, you know, I mean, in the league of 5 to 6 centuries by definition, and pointing out to the main benefactors of what the remnant is left, the remnant that is left. That's what I'm speaking All the other stuff, I'm not way out there, but anything passed down oratory that's informative, well, and then things that I remember are there. Some of the lives are on borrowed time, like they existed, they didn't, they came back again. Like, I can't even explain that shit. Is it real? I don't have a clue. I just accept the most recent that is most beneficial. Like I said, I had some fake ass pale skin in the Chickasaw Nation. Me being of Choctaw. This fake pale skin in the Choctaw, in this Choctaw fake ass tribe, and my father being on the Chickasaw of the division side, right? Made sure when I had to know my great grandmammies Lily Footen and James Henry Wooten, I had to know them of the Chickasaw. I needed to know who they were, facilitate and see the family line of the men, and the fact that I've outlived about several of them going way back. When I said 5 or 6, because it's more than that, but I shared how they've died of something. They didn't have nobody to fight. Well, they did, but they didn't have nobody. It's like they was kept. People stayed away from them because it was still a real history. And then going back on my mother's, the same amount of numbers going back to Margaret. How do you say her name? Maggie. I'm saying it mixed up. Margaret Maggie Klein and Henry Lucifer Schaust. And Korea in German. Trying to do the best to either save or pervert the bloodline. Margaret Maggie Klein and Henry Lucifer Schaust. I have their pictures. Portraits of the people who married in the family on the wall. Paintings. Yes, we're great painters too. And I can go back before them. So that's why I don't get caught up in all this fake narratives and all this bullshit. They're too conflicted and confused to even see beyond it, because some of us was fortunate to fucking know, to be passed down. All right? Well, have a good day, brother, and I'm thankful for the knowledge. You already know, 13 artists, appreciate you. I heard people say when you truly listen, you start to hear the voice of God to the universe. For thee are gods, for ye are gods, always within. Absolutely. As long as you clean the sump out. And I ain't got nothing against none of the motherfuckers doing what they're doing. I really don't. It has to happen, man. How you say y'all use that term preordained or some shit? It was created and there's a reaction, right? For every action there's a, all right? I know one thing, they better leave the real lineage of the American Negro. These fucktards better relax. That's all I can say. Or they don't have to. You know how it is when you see a whole lot of, hand, that hand shit, the magic that come with it. Motherfuckers think it's all fucking hooky pooky or something. But you disrespected them, all emotional and unstable, right? No. Disrespect yourself when you don't know no better and you have a hard time paying attention to, acquiring other things that are relevant to. If you look at this, man. Apologies. Look at this. By the definition in terms they gave you in school, design, manufacture, make, what's the purpose? Reasoning. Look at you. Look at all that back there. Nothing, but in your existence, it has to be something. What did this? So it's easy to give you a God outside yourself. Have you look far away from another reality that entertains those who control the narrative based on subjugation, delineation, and deviation. That is magnificent. That is beautiful. Every time you see a piece of rock, where do you think it comes from? They tell you compression, flood, da 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 da. Was this not once in part of a wall, 100 story, 1,000 stories up? Or maybe a wall that is still there, crowned under the ground? Is it possible? Is it plausible in what information being shared? There are so many things that they have no answers for, but the answers are right there in front and within. You're only deceived because you allow it. How do we allow it? Well, if you're in ignorance, that means you don't know. And who would do such a thing? Well, obviously, the individuals who didn't create none of this, but they destroy. Because you're ignorance, you allow the destruction. And they're ignorance because they don't know no better. Agendas to be immortal, to be whatever this immortal shit means, but you see what I'm saying? They never will be. I guess that I can vouch for. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. If you donated, I'll shout you out later. I appreciate it. I gotta go eat something. All right. Oh, I got the books. I should have put them in the truck with me. So we're gonna read today too, okay? And I appreciate y'all. I found and posted the wording in ancient Gaelic. Then they removed it from the common internet within 24 hours. Yes. Well, what do you expect them to do? Put it back up there. Shit. Ain't there places for all this dumb censoring? They're the only ones doing all this goopy shit. There ain't nobody else. They pay numbnuts and idiots, and they the ones that do it. You know, the ones that we've been, well, people, everybody's talking about. I don't like talking about the motherfuckers. I'm be honest. I don't use it because it's all out there. Whether it's Jake Shields, MMA guy, whoever. It's everybody, doctors, everybody's talking about it. I don't know why y'all don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? It just plays more into the void. I just bring it up again because it seems to be what's streaming or whatever. And I need for some of y'all to get past that bullshit. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, appreciate y'all. All right. Well, 24 hours. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys here in a little bit. All right. Y'all have a good day.